Hi. So this is a MTPerse application. Its version number is 2.3. So let's see how this works. So here today's date is automatically populated, but for the sake of this example, let us assume today is January 1st, 2014. So on this date, Mr. Rice Price comes in and he takes a loan. So we provide his address over here. Okay. And phone number, email, fax. So these are his personal details. We can give any unique number to the loan. So let's say we start from 120. Okay, so now ideally when you create this record, this loan date will be same as today's date. So in which case we are assuming today's date is January 1st, 2014. So let's assume the loan date is the same. The loan amount is 1 lakh and the interest is 24% and the loan period is for, let's say, 1 year. So this gray cells you cannot edit. So if you try to edit, it says to modify a protected cell or chart, first remove the protection. So this sheet is protected and these cells are not supposed to be edited. The only thing you can edit is anything that is shaded in white. So this particular cell, it mentions how many payments are going to be made, what will be its frequency. So if it is monthly, you just select monthly. If it's once in 2 months, so you select once in 2 months. If it's once in 3 months, so you select this. Quarterly, which is once in 4 months, bi-yearly, once in 6 months, or yearly, once in a year. So we are assuming the debtor, Mr. Rice Price, is going to pay every month, and it's kind of gives you a suggestion as to what should be the EMI, 10532, but the Mr. Rice Price can make any amount greater than 0. So this is the loan interest amount. So once all the details are there, so it just mentions number of payments to be done. It's not necessary. So we are just going to only this particular cells are important. So amount to be refunded basically means if anything, any amount has to be refunded back in case the debtor has paid more than what he owes. And to be paid is actual amount to be paid, and paid is what he actually paid, and pending is what is the balance amount to be paid. So again, this white cells is what we need to pay. So let's assume today is February 1st. Oh, sorry. So this is February 1st, right? Now it says term end date is January 1st, 2015, so that's fine. So first you provide the date on which he makes a payment. So in which case, okay, and let's say you make a payment of 10,532. So far so good. So here you see it says the pending amount is now 91,506. So let's assume he comes the next month, and this time he comes on March 1st, 2014. Some error. Okay, I don't know what was the error, but he comes on today's date. Now you don't have to change this today's date when you're actually using the application. This will keep on taking the current date from the system. So whatever is this date, it'll show up over here. So based on this date, all the calculations are made as to how much money is pending. So as I said, now you can make another payment, 532, second installment made. So now the pending is 82815. So at this stage, if Rice Price pays off the amount, he is actually paying less interest, because he's paying off pretty soon, but let's say by next month. So on April 1st, 2014, he decides, Mr. Rice Price, to make the entire payment, 84854. So 84854, and okay, so we have not provided the date, so that is the problem. And so you pay off 84854. Okay, what has happened? Loan is probably paid off. So it is quite possible that the actual amount in decimal is few cents less. So this must be 84853 something point some cents, and that's why it's not allowing you to pay more. So let's say 8453. So you see $1 is pending because of the cents. So let's see. Okay. So at this moment, the total to be paid was 105918. So ideally, if this installment would have gone until the term period, which is January 1st, 2015, the amount you would have got not only the original amount, but you would have got the total interest amount, that is 1,24,000. But since he has paid off the loan much earlier, he's paying the interest only for this month's as at that same rate, and that turns out to be 105918. So at this moment, this is actually few cents, so I'll just waive it off, $1, and this becomes 0. So now let's say I want to put an amount over here. It gives an error because it says the loan is probably paid off and hence closed for any future payment, so you cannot make any payment. So if the pending is 0, the loan is closed. So how many payments were made? 3 payments were made, and but these 2 cells are not required, so I'm going to not show it in the actual version, but it's good to know that a lot of this data has been calculated inside the sheet. If you see, this is column D and AM. So there's a lot of formulas been applied. So it's a very straightforward thing. And so let's say if the Mr. Rice Price, he doesn't he delays an EMI. So as of now we don't charge him for missing a payment. For example, instead of coming in February, he came in March and he made a payment, or he came in he delayed one particular EMI. The EMI charges is 0. And so yeah, so that's how it keeps working. And there is no extra fees applied. The only interest amount that is applied is this particular interest rate. So that's how the system works. Thank you.